Greetings. Welcome back. So, some news of the day, and it's not the news that everybody wants, right? We all want to hear that the deal's been 100% struck. They're still working on it. Players are returning to their cities and getting on the ice and getting in shape. They're ramping up their workouts. A lot of players have been on the ice for about 2 months now, if not longer. There are players who, depending on which country they're in, which part of which country they're in, may very well have been on the ice before that. So this isn't a matter of players needing to get into shape. It's going to take them about 2 weeks to ramp up, and they'll be good to go. It's just the logistics. It's the logistics right now, and they're still trying to figure out a way to have everybody play in their home arena, and that's not going to be possible in certain locations. So this is where the logistics get kind of tough, and you talk about maybe hybrid bubbles to start the year. And then as vaccination levels get higher and higher, then you can start looking at some things opening up, and we can get into that. And at some point during this season, things should absolutely get better. And they're talking about the second quarter of 2021, which would be between April and June, as things will start to really pick up, and we'll be able to, if you're bent towards getting the vaccine, you'll be able to get that. That's the hope. That's the hope, and that's both in the U.S. and in Canada. The plans seem to be relatively similar in both countries. So, thumbs up on that one. The 2021 draft, and I kind of knew it was going to be a wide open, and now they're saying it's a wide open draft. And when you're looking at the top prospects, some of them haven't even played yet, because WHL and OHL, right? So haven't even played yet. So we're going on tape from last year. We're going on, well, this player's trending in the right direction. How many times have we seen where a player's trending in the right direction one year, and then in their draft year it falls apart, or vice versa? A guy who's not even on the charts at all, and you're not even looking at him, and by the end of the year he's this early second, late first round pick. So we'll see how it turns out. But it looks like it's going to be defenseman heavy at the top. According to, and depending on which list you're looking at, we could have 7 defensemen in the top 10 this year. And it's headlined by Owen Power. American player, Owen Power, could go number 1. Looks like he's the number 1 right now, but it is a wide open draft. The interesting thing is, of course, this was the year that Arttu Raty was seen as being the most likely to get the number 1. Maybe the first Finn ever to go number 1 in the draft. And his stock has fallen. And he's, in a lot of the ones I was looking at, he's not even in the top 5 right now. So I was looking through some prospects today. For people who are wondering, when are we going to start getting prospects for the 2021 draft? When are we going to start getting those videos? I'll say January. I'll say January, and again, it depends on what's going on with the National Hockey League and how much extra time there is during a day. Because if they did go into bubbles, there may not be time during the day. But if they don't, and if the games are on during the evening, I can start doing prospect videos probably in January. Because things are going to be very interesting this year, and there's going to be a lot of prospects that we're kind of shrugging about. Like, yeah, this guy could be great. This guy could be a bust. No idea. Even more than your usual draft. Making the news in Canada, police arrested 2 who were ruining it for everybody else. So Walter Gretzky's home was robbed, in that they stole Wayne Gretzky memorabilia. And family member Glenn Gretzky said, we've always been about giving to the community, and we've been selfless, and this is a kick in the teeth. So don't do this. If you have in your mind, I'm going to steal hockey memorabilia, just don't. Just generally just don't, because it's just not a good look. And this is something that we may see more of in light of Gretzky's rookie card going for $1.25 million. I have to say that I did the hockey card video before this one, and Gretzky's hockey cards have stayed. Their value has been maintained. So when you get a set of cards that might be worth $10, the Gretzky card itself is worth $2.50. Again, you have to be able to get that price, though. Sometimes what is supposed to be worth and what you actually get could be a different thing. But yeah, so that's not cool. Just leave Walter Gretzky's house alone, and the Gretzkys in general. Wayne, I think, the best hockey player that ever lived, and that's my opinion. But yeah, so just leave him be. And don't be stealing Gretzky's stuff. It's not cool. And then what do? Like, you're going to put it online, and immediately people are going to go, that's the crap that got stole from Walter's house. You report it, and then right? So, yeah, I'm glad that they got the items back and that the two that were responsible got arrested. So that's the good news. Connor McDavid is the odds-on favorite for both the Hart and the Art Ross. And in the books I've been looking through, yes, he is favored to be the leading scorer in the NHL. It is really his league at this stage, scoring-wise, for fans of Sid the Kid and whatnot, for fans of Nathan McKinnon. But, yeah, for the Hart and Art Ross, Connor McDavid's probably going to be the odds-on favorite year in and year out until he's out of his prime, which is, what, maybe 10, 12, how many years? And keep in mind how long Ovechkin and Crosby have continued to produce. Could be a long time. So, yeah, Connor McDavid, right now, if you had to pick a best player in the league, you can have that debate, but everywhere I look, it's McDavid. It's Connor McDavid. So, yeah, if you're betting on an Art Ross winner, Leon Draisaitl's the second rated on that list. Of course, Leon won it this year, both the Hart and the Art Ross. News came out, too, that Melker Karlsson has signed to finish the season in the SHL, which ends his run in the National Hockey League, and it's too bad. Maybe after that run in the SHL, when that season's over, maybe somebody can go, hey, I like him as a fourth liner. I kind of felt bad for him when Erik Karlsson went there, and I thought, well, there's the other Karlsson. That's too bad. Because Melker had always felt like was kind of lost in the shuffle in the first place, and now he's back in the SHL. So here's to hoping at some point he ends up in the fourth line job again in the NHL. Just, soft spot for the guy. I thought he was useful fourth liner, but in the current economic environment that we're in, it may very well be that a team that might have thrown a $700,000 contract at him maybe didn't have the space. So he goes back to the SHL, and after 6 years in San Jose, if that's that, that's that, right? Florida did something yesterday that was baffling, and it still baffles me. That's why I'm wearing a Florida jersey. This is not the reverse retro. This is just an old Florida jersey I have. I got this one from eBay, actually. I got this one through Full Moon Jerseys. So this is the original striping and all that. But the Florida Panthers have announced that they're starting this goalie excellence department. So last year you signed a $10 million a year goaltender in Bobrovsky, and now you're starting a goalie excellence department. It's going to get people to kind of make fun and make jokes. I understand what they're doing. You look over the last, I'll say 5 years for Florida, there's been a lot of goalies that have come and gone. And at some point you start to think, okay, so is it a team thing? And look conversely at a team like the Islanders, just as a for instance. We use them as the for instance. I would also go with Arizona as another, where goaltenders just seem to improve with certain teams, right? And in Florida, that doesn't seem to be the case. Then you see Reimer, he goes to Carolina, and his numbers get better in Carolina than what they were in Florida. And so this goalie excellence department, this is Bill Zito basically stepping up and doing what they were doing in Columbus. And keep in mind, Columbus, very good at developing goaltenders. Korpisalo, Elvis, and then Kivlenix as well. All three of them, when called upon by Columbus, look pretty good. So if this is the plan with Florida, I approve. It is just odd when you have a $10 million a year goaltender and then you decide to create the Department of Goalie Excellence. But with Roberto Luongo overseeing it, that's good. So when they brought Roberto Luongo in as like an advisor, you knew there were some other plans in that, and here it is. He will oversee the Goalie Excellence Department, and if this works, watch for other teams to do it, because success will breed imitation. But that'll be interesting. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. As always, don't forget to hit like and subscribe. If you're browsing your way through, you just happened upon this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, for all your support. And now I have to get to the NFL power rankings for this week, so I can get told why I'm wrong. But, as always, the Washington football team has Kevin Malone for its. So I think for Cleveland, for their baseball team, I need to get get another Kevin Malone magnet made up. And if I have to do power rankings for baseball, then there you go. All right. Thank you guys so much for all your support. I will talk to you again soon.